Hi guys, I'm Aladdin. Welcome to K-pop Talks. Today we have a very special video as we have as every month, which is gonna be the worst K-pop songs of the month, in this case October 2023. If you watched the best songs, which is probably definitely came out before, you're gonna know that at the end of the video I definitely talked about that there's gonna be definitely less songs in this video. There's gonna be stuff that I want to talk about, specifically the career of some of the artists in these tracks, and and artistically where they intend to go. Having said that, let's get right into the video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. These are all very important things that I would like you to do. You don't have to, obviously, but let's get right into it. First and foremost, we have NCT 127 with Fact Check. Now, this is not the worst, I think, NCT 127 song they've done. Don't get me wrong. I think though this song has a lot of problems, in my opinion, that have been accumulated throughout the years of a group that is supposed to have 20 something members. I think 27 if I'm not mistaken, 25, I could be wrong. Now, when Lee Soo-man created this group originally, the idea was to take the concept from Japanese groups, whether it was EXILE, where EXILE they also have their main group, but then they have a lot of other like smaller groups and whatever, and different like units. And I thought, okay, this could work objectively, because if you're able to do it, and if you're able to actually do this concept well, you can end up with some really interesting music. Now, what happened was, when originally the group came out, the one that was having the most success was NCTU, because if you guys remember, NCTU was dropping a lot of different styles of music. 127 is doing well, but at first you had the 7 Cents, and you had like Boss, if I remember correctly. Some songs that were actually going really viral during these years because they were different from their, let's call it, main group as NCT 127. But 127, as K-pop got more global, specifically I would say through pandemic, that style of music was really popular. So NCT 127 got a lot of popularity, specifically Mark, Taeyong, Johnny, like let's say the very popular idols of the group. Now the problem is, the concept of a group like this is supposed to be, right, that eventually, right, if I have 127, what allows me to do is a very specific style of music, but I can play around with the type of music that I do because I have so many different idols. I can bring the best out of them. What they realized though is that Mark became almost like omnipresent in a lot of the songs for them, where there's moments where you can go through probably entire discographies, I would say, of NCT 127, and probably Mark is on 50% of the songs every single time. Now, there's definitely a situation where that's not the case, but I think if speaks of the most important songs of an album or the most important singles, they tend to do Mark, Taeyong, and Johnny lead the way. Now, Johnny's position has grown through the years due to his popularity in the West, due to his popularity with the media in the West, went viral during COVID, so they try to push him more. Now, my problem with that is the concept of a group like this, aka like an EXILE, for example, is that like they do in EXILE, yes, I can have my main singer, I can have my main rapper, but let's say I have this young dude I want to push to be sort of the center of the song, I'll have him more present. I can't think they've done that, and I think they've fucked it up also when it came to NCT Dream, because Mark was still there for too long. NCTU pretty much disappeared, or it's not the group that has that type of importance that it used to do, so they forced their group to just be another group that does the same style of music, very basic beats, the structure of the songs are the same, they're very predictable. That's why even I don't like Simon Says, for example. At least I have to respect the fact that they've tried something different. It doesn't necessarily always work, it's not always the best, but at least you tried different things, you put them forward, and even if it didn't stick, you tried. But it's been 2-3 years where I think, let's say more 2 than 3, where NCT has really, I think, became complacent. Whether it's their production team, obviously they bring so much money in, SM doesn't care, but yeah, I wish they did more different stuff. And I think the fact that they've stuck themselves into this almost like super like tight tunnel of style of music, I think it's not good for them. And it's not good because SM has a history of groups not doing that. So the fact that NCT probably in the modern history is the first group to actually do that, it's kind of sad in my opinion. We have Kid Laroi, Jungkook, and who the Central C with Good Enough, if I'm not mistaken. Honestly, when I heard this song originally, I thought, sorry, Too Much, not Good Enough, my bad. I thought, okay, it's a decent feature. I think the way Jungkook has been moving showcases what Hype wants to do with him. They're really pushing him to be the next big pop star in the world. Jungkook is obviously very, very young. I don't know if he's going to go into the military now. I think he'll probably go in like a year or so, but, you know, he has that popularity. I think for me, Jungkook specifically has been the most disappointing member in terms of dropping this year. The quality has been relatively low. His singing is very, very simple, monotone, almost too predictable at times. The other guys, even though maybe I don't like what Jimin did, at least at certain points even dared, when it comes to the single, when it came to different aspects of the songs, I just find that for whatever reason, Jungkook has been the guy who they've been trying to push the most. I don't think it has been really working for him musically. Obviously, number-wise, he's insane. We don't have to talk about numbers when it comes to BTS. That's one of the problems I have, because numbers with them, they actually have no meaning. It's almost like a Taylor Swift or a Drake. Like, they're so popular that they could drop shit and get 200 million views, right? So I think, or like listens or whatever. So for me, it's more like I wish Jungkook next year specifically goes in a different direction. I don't think it will happen. I think this type of features work better for him, where he's just there for like 30 seconds, a minute. But if he had to do a song like this for the entirety of it, I think he wouldn't be able to carry it. And well, I don't love the song, or I don't like it in general. I think Jungkook, if he approached music more like this, or even the last single that he dropped, which I forget, the one which is more mellow, more R&B, in a sense, I think he kills that stuff more. But we tries to go super pop and tries to go hyper commercial. That's where I think where he really lacks, in my opinion, as an artist, and I think it really shows in that sense. And that's one issue with Jessie with Gum. Now, Jessie for me is an artist that I've always respected, because one thing about Jessie we have to be honest about is when she had her first breakup through Unpretty Rap Star, and then obviously she had Gucci, who went pretty viral in Korea. She had a good run. One thing that impressed me about Jessie is the way she moved once her career started actually popping, And it wasn't only television, because obviously television boosted her success by a mile. It's undeniable. I think she wouldn't be even stupid to negate that. But I think what she did that was very smart, in my opinion, was the way she moved outside of television, joining P Nation, making a very specific style of music that is reconnected to you in this industry. I think also collaborating with the right people. I mean, she had a song with Liori at the right time when Liori and her were very popular on television. She had the one with the girls from Street Woman Fighter. She completely moved the right way every single time, and I thought her joining P Nation was the best thing she could have done, because it pushed her to being the best artist possible with a guy that, even though creatively it might be challenging, as she said, because they're always butting heads, he's gonna bring the best out of you. Now, what happened is that she at one point tunnel vision, right? She started doing every song the same way, where every song had to have a super viral dance, had to go viral on TikTok, and it worked because some of her songs are extremely successful. But I think that puts you in a box where I think actually Jessie has way more potential than that. She leaves P Nation, she does Gum. I knew it was gonna be somewhat the same thing. I think the song is not that good. It might be the worst song. It might be. It's definitely one of the worst songs I've heard this year. But it's more like, I already know what to expect, and it's been this way for 3-4 years now. So I wished she actually tried something different, but in a way where she has to do what I want, in a way that she actually pushed herself as an artist and tried to bring us something different. But even this song, compared to her previous song, Shoes Nation, it's doing good, but it's doing fantastic, right? And now she wants to go and do everything on her own. I don't remember if she should join a label. I think she might have, but the point is, even if you join a bigger label, the reality is that takes, or a smaller label, it takes a lot of work to get to where you were. It's stressful to achieve certain objectives. I thought originally she left P Nation because she wanted to be an independent artist and do her own label. She didn't. But yeah, I mean, this song is not good, and I think I wish to see something different. Than what bothers me about her. She has so much talent, but she boxed herself into this, where she makes a lot of money and she refuses to move on as long as it makes her money. It's just the way it is. And this is actually it. As I said, there isn't many songs, only 3 songs, 3 different artists. We have a successful group, a successful male artist, and a successful female artist. I think we went with a good variety on here. But I think these artists showcase all different problems but relatively the same. Stagnation, low quality, or predictability that actually it's not an enjoyable predictability in my opinion. It's not like I always use these hip-hop references for people, right? If I go into a West Side Gunna project, even if it's not my favorite, I'm gonna get good production, I'm gonna get interesting bars, I'm gonna get interesting like vocals or melodies, interesting features. I don't get that stuff in general from these 3 artists, and I think it's sad considering the fact that these 3 artists could actually do more, and they refuse to do more because the machine is going so good around them and they're making them so much money that they refuse, and they have no reason. I won't say refuse, they have no reason to actually try something different. You know, it's a dangerous thing in this industry. So having said that, thank you for watching, guys. Tell me if you agree on what your least favorite songs of October 2023. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, as I said at the start of the video, and see you next video. Thank you for watching.